Hopefully everybody can hear us now. All right, we're gonna start this one from number one to give Gibby the full taste. Hey everybody, I'm Drew Hayes,
I'm Steve Weverill.
And I'm MK Gibson.
and we are authors on the Authors and Dragons podcast. We are also play the adventure Brodeo when we are all able to find the time, and this is one that Steve and I loved. And we wanted to bring Gibby back around because it's another one sort of like Ember Knights where it's like, this is so much fun, and the more people you have, the more it feels enjoyable.
Yeah, more carnage, the better. There's a lot going on in this game.
Well, anytime you
Good
have
thing
a
we-
beat 'em up style, more people are better.
So,
Yeah.
Gibby, I know we've, and this is thematically appropriate given the Dicey Bastards that came out,
Yes.
but I wanted to touch base and ask, did you play the original Ninja Turtles arcade game?
Oh, of course. Now, why is my character not moving?
I gotta remember my
Click
buttons.
on your screen.
Dodge. Okay, I don't have an ability. There we go. You only do that for one? Yeah.
April O'Neil
Okay.
is pretty spry.
You know, I played this back in the day in the arcades all the time. You know, it was a seminal classic. You had any kind of like beat 'em up where you could put your buddies on there and like team up. Yeah, of course.
Accidentally punch each other, get infuriated, don't speak for the rest of the holiday.
Yeah, this really feels like some of the best of the arcade stuff just brought into modern gaming in a very fun way. Like,
Doesn't lose anything that was good about the arcade.
no, and in
Anything that
fact,
was
it really just
magical.
adds a lot more. Oh, you have a super attack that you charge up.
Yes.
Your meter is fully
That's that
charged.
triangle meter. Yes.
I'm not sure how to turn it on for you, but you also have a taunt. And when you
I
use your
I was
taunt,
doing the taunt.
uh,
So before we launched, I was playing a little bit to get back in the hang of it a little bit. Like, how does this? What do all the buttons do again?
yeah.
I
So the
just bounced off Michelangelo's head. I wasn't aware I could do that. Let me try that again. Oh. I think you can boost each other.
I love that you can hit a foot soldier on the way down. Just really insult to injury on that one.
Now, what I'm curious about was I had done something when I was trying it with Raph, and I could do like a suplex, like a grab thing, and I don't remember how to do that.
There's the grab button, and it depends which direction you press while you get them into a throw. You can throw them into the screen, which is cool.
I don't remember which one the grab button is. I wasn't paying any attention to that, so.
But
So,
you just get in grabbing distance and press your attack button whilst you press into them.
All right, we found
Shut
a
up, Ben.
boss. Yeah! Thank God. It's like the Foot Clan didn't do this. The workers did.
Yeah, we found that guy everybody hates.
Mr. Burns?
Was that his name?
Burn, I think?
His name was Burn.
Was his first
Just
name Burn?
No, Mister.
I was like,
I don't know.
that certainly had to predate
Maybe
The
had-
Simpsons.
I love that the
Or
Foot
no,
Clan
had to
are
post-date
like
The Simpsons.
cooking. Like they are like they're into their work. Like we go to the set and
They're
they got a
easily
chef's hat on.
distracted.
Yeah.
I'd
So
be
is our,
basically
so
just
ours
said
our
to them,
D&D campaign.
I mean, let's remember, based on the Ninja Turtles movie, we're beating the hell out of teenagers.
well,
Just
we are
a
teenagers.
bunch of kids
so.
trying to. Well, yeah, sir. That's why it's a fair fight.
Well, no. April O'Neil is a fully grown woman. No better than this. I like how her taunt is an accusatory.
Well, I mean,
Journalist,
at least the blunt attacks work. I mean, because Leonardo had a sword this entire time and never cut a single person.
Not in the
That
sequel.
wasn't-
They took that away from him.
That
I
wasn't
just
a
don't
robot.
like the shield guys. They're annoying. Ah, I got one. So, who would like to plug their current stuff before I get my enormous spiel started?
I'm writing this. I'm working on the same villains book already, and I haven't gotten
I
much
ain't
progress
doing
in it. So,
shit.
Drew.
Yeah, knock yourself out.
All right, so for folks who have not heard, my latest book, Villains Code number 3, Chilling Reflections, is available for pre-order on ebook. Print will be out the same day, but for folks who don't know, we are not able to do indie pre-orders on print. They just, oh, that is fun. That's a cool backflip. Amazon, basically, the rule for that is when you turn it live, it's live. So print will be available on the same day. We just can't do a pre-order, but it's book 3 in Villain's Code. It's the 4th book in the series, though. If you have not read Villain's Vignettes, please do. I know I'm going to get emails from people who are deeply confused about some of the plot elements in Villain's Code 3, like, where the hell did this come from? It came from Villain's Vignettes. But yeah, that one's out. I also have Rover Powered, which will be out on September 3rd. That one will be coming out in all formats on September 3rd, I believe. So audio, we have Amy Landon is going to be the voice of that one. She is also should be back for Villain's Code, as far as I know. And then we have A Decade of Deaths and Decisions, which is coming out in October. That one is the culmination of the Halloween story I wrote for A Decade, as the title implies. It's sort of like an adventure, or where you choose your adventure, but all the choices have been made, which is every story, really, if you want to get down to it. But, you know, this one's a little more unique in the presentation of that. And then also there's another Sherlock Holmes book, or Sherman Holmes book that's coming out at some point. Yeah, I don't know, maybe November at this point. Why not just keep it going, just a book a month at that point?
Well, just punish yourself some more.
Oh, and I'm writing Fred 9. That's what I'm actually working on. So this is why I let the others go first.
Let us weaker mortals go first before.
I haven't had anything come out all year, and now I'm just apparently
I know.
Loading the back half of 2024. I do like the fact that Rover Powered is my smaller series, though, because it does mean I get to add like some more releases through a year. I think I'm aiming to do 2 a year, which, you know, with novellas is very doable.
Where did he get his hat from?
I don't like that Mikey's jumping up and down like Chun-Li from Street Fighter. I'm not appreciating this.
Hey, he can idolize Chun-Li if he wants.
I spent
She's
the
the
most
strongest woman
time
in the
in
world.
the air. Does that mean I got knocked back the most?
Also, the amount of times that I like tried to attack your character, Drew, because I keep seeing this one character because he's wearing like very like, you know, ninja-like clothing, and he's a mutant rabbit, so like he's not doesn't stand out like the rest of us.
It's like Mikey's
They're
like,
not,
listen, I'm
a
only
fair
down
game.
with turtle mutants, okay? This rabbit shit is gonna
Turtles,
fly.
listen, turtles and rats, baby. Anything after that, you are
It's not
you
in
are
God's
my
plan.
enemy. Yeah, exactly. Well, I mean, obviously, I attack rhinos, I attack warthogs.
Teenagers
Yes.
in ninja costumes.
Love to beat up teenagers. Disenfranchised youth of New York City. I'm going to hurt you.
Excellent.
I love that from the sequel of the Ninja Turtle movie, they went with, all right, we're going to tone it down by not letting them use their weapons as much, as opposed to, you know, maybe just toning it down by not letting one of the turtles suffer severe depression, maybe not
that's
let
what
them
I
think one
like
of them's
about the first
dead, maybe not have Splinter go through horrible trauma.
Gotta keep it fun. It's like the start of this level.
No,
They're
the problem
stealing
was
our-
that they had
stealing our tile, let's
nunchucks
kill
and
them.
used them.
Yes. Oh, fellow chucker, eh?
Actually, I think Mikey was the only one who got to keep his, sort of. I remember him doing the stupid, like, sausage attack. But I know Leonardo definitely didn't get to draw his swords in the sequel.
Yeah, they have to find creative ways to not be violent. It's not what I want from my ninja movie.
I will say the sequel did have the incredible resource of Ernie Reyes Jr.
Oh, yeah, well, yes. Well, he was also there since the first one. He was the guy inside of Donatello's suit.
Was he? I
Yeah.
did not know that.
Yes, he was. Yes, you
He
learned
could,
it here.
he could have had a knife, Drew. All that time, he could have had a knife.
What was the
Yes, he
move?
was the martial artist inside of the Donatello suit.
So here's a wild question. I can't remember if we did this for At the Movies or this is one I just saw in
Surf
my own
Ninjas?
time. No, I've absolutely seen Surf Ninjas, and I'm pretty
I
sure
own
we
that.
did it for the thing. There's one where Ernie Reyes Jr. is like a small child, like sidekick to another character.
Meaning the show Sidekicks with Gil Gerard?
No, it's a movie. He's
Okay.
like a little buddy to, because he's really young.
Okay.
But he's like a little buddy, but he does do some like fighting, and I cannot remember what it is.
Red Sonja.
No, because that character's that child is a main character. Like, I'm talking
Well,
about like when you've got like a martial artist, and then they've got like a little kid version of themselves,
Oh, okay.
or like a little apprentice or something. Like, he's definitely not a main guy. He gets like some licks in for fun, but oh, you're full of on life.
I'm still gonna
Mikey
eat that
can't have pizza even though he wants it.
You don't listen, man. That's like telling Swayze not to dance, okay, buddy? That's not how this works.
That's like telling Swayze to get away from your 16-year-old daughter.
Yeah.
Yeah. Put your shirt back on, Swayze.
Uh-oh.
Up here. Oh. I am, after all, a reporter. I'm not supposed to make the news.
Journalistic integrity. I cannot get involved. That would be an
Bro,
amazing way to play this game.
A rabbit and a turtle.
And
beat the
April
shit
O'Neil
out
who
of me.
refuses to do anything. She's like, no, that would be compromising
You just got
the news.
Her thought move is to ask for a comment, so I could just do that for the entire level.
Uncompromising April O'Neil.
We're going to get to the truth while other people die around it. Children.
No matter the cost to the world.
Also, that guy just grabbed an entire like engine block and held it above his head. I've been very impressed by the upper body strength of these Foot Clan members.
Well,
A lot of wasted potential in the Foot Clan game.
I know we've joked about them being teenagers, but I think these ones are robots.
Yeah, because like when we break them, they turn into like parts. Well, it's how you justify the brutality and the
The
murder.
wanton murder. Oh, this is a double pizza. That'll just heal everybody.
Yep.
All right.
Oh, Pete.
Infinite pizza.
That's the one that just makes you have infinite ninja power. So, I know we were joking about, but you guys do have to, talk about what you're writing and plug it.
I did. Okay, so I'm working on the next villain's book. I'm still working on that. I got to a certain point, and I was like, it's not. It's working, but it's not. I need to go back to formula a little bit and like, I see my mistakes. So I've been restructuring the manuscript so far. I'm like 65, 70,000 words into it. I'm like, and it's still like, I know I'm going to end up splitting this book. I know it's going to be 2 books. It sucks, but I'm trying to get a full school year of comedy out of this. So I have to it'll be split. So it's fine. But so I'm just keeping working on that. And I always have like a project or 2 on the side that is that's not ready for human consumption yet. And I'm always working on those a little bit here and there, pecking at them.
Oh, yeah.
Rampage relishing Rhino.
I feel like people don't realize, a lot of times things do have to get, reworked.
Oh, God.
My most famous one I talk about is I had 2 different versions of Villain's Code, both of them over 50,000 words that I ultimately scrapped. What? Why am I just hanging out there? Okay, that was weird. I was just trying to give you a leg up, it looked like. Oh yeah, so I had 2 different versions that
Let me know where I'm at on the screen.
ultimately had to get scrapped because they just weren't working.
Yes.
And then, the 3rd time I got it and it came out well. There's one, so I think I've mentioned before, I have secret not necessarily I have fun projects, which are ones that I might never publish. Because, it doesn't necessarily mean they're not good or whatever, but it's just I'm working on it because I want to work on it, not because I think it's viable or what have you. April won the Pacifist Award.
Which is only... April's going to win the Pulitzer Award before this game is out, so...
But yeah, so one of those, I had worked on it for a while, and I had done a lot of outlining. I was really excited to kind of play with it. and then I hit a point where I just sort of stopped with it for like several months, and I came back to it recently, and I was like, oh yeah, this was a good idea. I just took the story in a direction I didn't like, and so I needed to kind of rewind back a few steps and be like, okay, this is how it needs to go. And that's a natural part of the process, but it's also kind of why I don't like doing serials as much anymore, because it's harder to do that.
Yeah. I had an alpha reader because I've been working on a progression fantasy story myself for a while, gamelit, whatever you want to call it, lit RPG, gamelit, whatever. But I wasn't happy with. Oh God, I'm not good at this. But it was working, but it wasn't. Like I was happy with what it was, but I'm like, it could be better. And so I took a break on it. You know, I put like 100,000 words into that, and I had to take a break. It's like, I like it, but I don't love it, and I know I can make this better. And so I, took a pause, been working on my villain stuff. I'll come back to it. But one of my alpha readers who, from our own community is like, hey, what happened to that? Where's it at? I want more of it. I'm like, well, and I had to explain, like, I'm not there yet. I like it, but it's not there yet. So when it's ready, you'll know.
I think that's part of why I've really liked going to serials as a novella, or novellas as my serial content for the Patreon. If folks didn't know, on my own Patreon I do serials again, but they're novellas. So I've done one so far that's finished, one that's going on right now. I also do author commentaries on some of my older works like The Shingles, but I really like that one because it's a much shorter work.
Right.
It's easier to ride it through. You don't have to worry about things needing to go back and need a significant rework, because again, it's only like 20,000 words. And then, I like writing novellas. I really have found a lot of fun for them, so it's a great outlet for that. And serials, I think, are a better fit for it, just because it's, from the creative side, it's a lot easier for consistency of the reader doesn't have to worry, is he going to finish out this enormous sprawling epic? Which,
right.
Is always a worry on serials, is this person really going to finish it? Because every reader who reads serials has been burned by 100 that didn't.
I need some pizza. Sorry, but I am.
I'm pretty sure we're coming up on some.
Because I'm in the red. This level is, I'm not jiving with Ogidi.
Oh, crap! Well, that was not well timed. Sorry.
Well, I'm glad your rabbit ass got food.
I was just trying to jump. The good news is we have multiple lives per level, so you're not gonna. It's not Ember Knights where you're gone.
Ember Knights.
Yeah. The most important one is we got to make sure if we see the double pizza, we grab it.
I mean, it's reasonable you weren't expecting a pizza on a balloon. Who does?
I will from now on.
I know exactly. I'm always on the looking out for it now. So as this is apropos, I was listening back to the latest episodes of Dicey Bastards, and I'm pleased. I admit, when we were running the game, I was feeling like, is this lackluster? Is this not enough? Is this not enough? But listening back to it, no, it was good. It was a fun episode. Damn it. God damn, I couldn't even get to it.
I love all of us just diving out of the way of the pizza. No!
And I couldn't get to it. But no, I was listening back to it, and it was a fun episode. My timer's going down. What I gotta do?
I think that's just your countdown to respawn. Maybe we can save you? I don't know.
No, it is. Oh, here I am. I'm back.
Yeah,
okay, cool.
you come back. I was like...
How am I supposed to attack this car if it keeps running me over?
I think I forgot that the roll dodge still works even on these things.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my god, I forgot about that. Thank you. You just saved me.
I rolled forward. Are you just asking for comments back
Yeah.
there?
So far, they've been not very compliant.
Let's
Correct.
see. Steve Lotta asked, do you guys play a lot of beat 'em up games like this, or just this one? I feel like we mostly like this one. Michelangelo, Catapult Award. Very nice.
Yeah, I don't think we've done another side-scrolling beat 'em up.
Castle Crashers,
Yeah, I suppose.
which actually pretty fun one. We might have to do that one with Gibby too.
I mean,
Yeah,
like,
that
like
is
back in the
fun.
day, it was like, obviously like Bad Dudes was a classic, Double Dragon, all those things we grew up with from our youth. I played a lot of those.
The Streets of Rage remake was good. That was fun.
Yeah.
Still holding out for a Final Fight remake. I
So,
miss Hagar.
Steve, tell us about your writing journey, prospects, adventures, etc.
No,
All right then.
I'm still working on Celebrity Meat Burger. I haven't had a lot of free time.
It's been so long.
lately,
What's the pitch of
unfortunately.
Celebrity Meat Burger?
In a world where AI has solved everyone's problems, the only people left are the contrary and the bored. Where attention is the last currency, and nobody gives a shit about anything. And amongst us all, who is trying to sabotage the Plexit operation? The last smart people try to leave the planet for a world without AI. Somebody is vandalizing it. Who and why?
Pretty good.
How dare
Like
you
had
eat
that
ice cream in the
you had that
park?
response ready. I was like, wow, that's pretty good.
In
Top
fairness,
man.
he has had a lot of time to fine-tune that pitch.
So far, that's all I've got written down.
I was like, I can't talk too much shit. I spent all of last year writing one book too. Hey, I found a frog. Cool.
Hey, frog. You cheap knockoff.
Who's that
bastard.
guy? Legally distinct.
He's a young adult. Mutated amphibian hero. When Avril O'Neil does a throw, on the final throw where she slams him into the ground, she takes a photo of him. No, that's
Ah,
journalistic
crap.
integrity.
Forgot about that.
We all went for the guy sitting on the
Yeah.
bench, like, oh no.
Nobody loiters in my park.
Oh, I fell into the hole. It's an auto death. Didn't realize that.
Probably Mikey.
Yeah.
Who brings an axe to a fight, honestly? Use an honorable weapon like a sword against a teenager. Ooh, sushi.
Or your microphone. Also, I realized she's just beating somebody with her fist and mic. I got to give
Oh, crap.
credit to you.
I forgot
Oh,
about
yeah,
the stampede.
Yep. Failed to complete the level without anyone getting hurt.
Yeah,
Thanks.
yeah, and we were not going to get
Using
that one.
Position of
You
journalistic
guys are not
power
good
to
archers.
shame
Stop
these
walking
people.
into view. I love that April grabs him and then basically a rabbit and turtle just come in swinging. I love that we were all just like, no shield people. Shield people are annoying.
Every
No,
video
yeah.
game, for example, I love the Batman, the Arkham series, right? But as soon as the guy comes in with the riot shield, like, oh no, you've got to go first.
Crap. 4 times. Okay, well at least they were generous on that one, I guess. Well, I found a disgusting bug.
Excellent. Heal. How dare you try to put something in between me and violence?
I love that Rocksteady really just looked like he had the fear of God put in him.
We've killed so many people to get there. Not surprised.
All right, so what was your love with the Ninja Turtles, like, Drew? Because you're a little bit younger than I am, so like, when this came out, I was like, especially when the cartoon, obviously the Eastman and Laird comic was what it was at the time. That's Pizza for All, but like, I was probably like, what year did this come out? Like 1990 on cartoons.
I mean, yeah, because the original comic book I believe was 80s, so the cartoon I
Right.
think was early 90s. Oh yeah, I mean, I was. Oh shit, yeah, that's very. It looks like the thing from the water level. No. Yeah,
'Cause I would
this
have
was.
been,
I was
around
exactly.
15 when this came out to this cartoon.
I was exactly in this age demographic. Ninja Turtles was
Right.
my fucking shit as a kid. Like, just no questions asked. It was the jam.
Okay.
Sometimes you just look at something and think, yes, that. And
Yeah.
that was the case with every single Ninja Turtles action figure.
Well, and that was the
And
thing.
when I
Like,
think about-
I was. Oh God damn it! I hate when I foot on that hole. I was of that age where it was like, let me see, it was 13 or 14 roughly when these came out. So, at least the cartoon. So, like, I was a little too old for the toys. Despite wanting those toys because they just looked cool. Because like, we got to remember back in those days, people like Dungeons and Dragons and liking action figures and comics was not the sex magnet you think they were. It was definitely like you were kind of mocked back in those days for still enjoying these juvenile things, despite seriously still liking them.
True. No, I was exactly the right age when Turtle Mania hit. I always remember the cartoon being kind of disappointing. Like, never really lived up to its intro sequence. It was very Thundercats in that way.
Well, yeah, that's all those cartoons. They put all their money in the opening
Yeah.
animations and like
Did we all just die at
Uh,
once? Or did we all get stunned? Okay.
stunned. Come on, dirtbag, where you at?
For a minute, I thought you were just trash talking them, and I remembered, oh no, his name is actually Dirtbag.
No, I'm reading off the screen. It's ground chucking dirtbag.
Come on, Dirtbag.
Your name, Drew. His name is Dirtbag Stevenson.
Cecil P. Dirtbag.
Yeah, but I remember every single action figure just kind of being a world of imagination in its own. Cartoon never quite lived up to.
Yeah, that was sort of the thing. Is like, what cartoon theme song cashed, or what cartoon cashed the check that its theme song wrote? Honestly.
Yeah. True. And it was the same with He-Man, really. I mean, those figures were cool. They're loads of weird, grimy figures. And then the cartoon was like trying to teach me moral lessons and shit.
Well, they all were, but those figures were also like the most bow-legged, like.
Yeah, but they were still cool. They were,
Oh yeah, of course.
you
We had
know,
like Stratos and Ram Man and things like that. Hell yeah.
giant
Ram
axe.
Man.
Yeah, his name was Ram Man, Drew.
Still
no
a
problem.
terrible name.
Nobody thought that was nobody brought that up during QA or.
Are you kidding me? There was guys named
Definitely did.
Fakor and Triclops. You know, because he had 3 eyes, because he's a Triclops.
I see
You know,
less
like,
problems with Triclops than Ram Man.
Hey, listen, Ram Man was a great figure. He had spring-loaded legs.
Oh, I'm sure he had spring-loaded a lot of things.
He had a metallic, like a
Leg.
little plate on his head. He was our Moog face eater. Okay, he was a blunt instrument of destruction, and he got the job done.
That's what my
Yeah,
game
but
was
what
for.
job? That's the
Hitting
question you
things
have
with
to
his
ask.
really powerful legs and head. You know, I don't. What are you not getting?
Was he a? Would you call him a beautiful star? A beautiful, bright, shining star?
He was something. Actually, he was quite dim. They played him off in the cartoon back then as being like a little
You know what's nuts? I've never actually seen Boogie Nights, despite that reference.
Oh, really? It's
Yeah.
it's a solid movie.
Somebody grab some food.
I'll take
Is
it.
my
Really
idol
sucks.
just like me sitting here majestically with leaves around me? Hey guys, I'm bringing in this barrel for. Oh God! Now question, who's committing the crime? The Foot Clan for bringing these explosive barrels in, or me for triggering them?
I'd blame it on the city, really.
Yeah.
This is just bad planning.
I mean, first of all, I'm a giant rabbit. I'm not even sure the laws of man apply to me.
There's no way he can read that warning label.
Show me where it says a turtle can't fight crime. I'll wait for you to pull up that law.
That's why they get away with it.
Yeah.
It's the perfect caveat. The cops are like, what are we going to do?
Okay, so you're just going to quote lots of, like, Air Bud. It never says a golden retriever can't play basketball.
Hey, if it's good enough for Air Bud, it's good enough for Ninja Turtles? Yeah, I'll stand by that.
Yeah, they'll be like,
It's
oh,
thanks
there's
to
a bunch
bullshit
of
like that we
turtles
get these
beating up
weird
a load of
blue
teenagers.
laws.
I mean,
It's like we get the
Police are going to be like,
I'd love to do
animals
You
like
have a
control,
duck
man.
on Thursdays and some weird like laws and shit like that. No.
show a prosecutor like in the Ninja Turtle world, like talking to the cops, who are like you know these turtle things are real. We have like 1,000 witnesses that we've dealt with at this point. Like, yeah. But you know what we have to do to put them on trial? We have to find them. We have to figure out what their rights are. We have to determine if they're citizens. Like, how does
Can
due
you just
process
bring
work
them
for a
in?
living turtle? I don't know the answer to that, and I don't have the goddamn time to figure it out.
imagine the police chief just arguing with pest control. It's like they're animals. It's like they talk to me, man. They can't-
Yeah.
They were born in New York. They're born American citizens.
So every time they send pest control down, they just keep getting high with Michelangelo. That was my one complaint from the show. Is they're like, Michelangelo's the party dude, yet never one time does he do too much coke or accidentally kill a sex worker. Like, nothing.
Or intent. See, here's the thing. I had a thing, not a thing, but like I liked Casey Jones, the character
Oh,
was
you
in the
could've been
cartoon. Because I also like Elias Codier was the actor. I liked him in like Some Kind of Wonderful, a few other flicks, the Prophecy movies. You know, like, and unfortunately he ended up like going nowhere in his career. So
Much as I like Casey Jones in the movie, I did think he was alright. I just like cartoon Casey Jones. He was
like more like just that damaged kind of Punisher guy.
Yeah.
yeah, he talks like Clint Eastwood. He clearly doesn't understand human emotions. He once tried to get a job with his hockey mascot.
Oh, exactly. He went to the job interview with like
I mean, I know
Like,
why
like-
they did that. It's because they didn't want to waste time animating a face. But still,
I feel like he did the best like interpretation of that character that you could, like taking it to
Mm, yeah.
reality.
yeah, he was fine for the movie.
God. Keep getting the rats on me.
He was vaguely psychotic, but just not quite.
Yeah, he kind of seemed like a crazy New York guy, which is not that much of a
Yeah.
stretch, especially in the time frame. Oh my god, I cannot stop landing in these rats.
same. We gotta use that air dodge or that little dash roll thing.
There's an air
Oh,
dodge?
nope,
Nina
I
rules
dove right
that's
into him.
a-
Nope, that did
Half the
nothing.
rats can't play basketball.
Ah, screw you. Don't let it get back to the truck. There we go.
How
Goals
I
and
am
Goblins
the king
ask
of
Drew, what kind of parties were you going to? Look, this is not about me. This is if you are a person in the 80s who you would describe as a party dude, there is a certain connotation that comes up, and it's not eating a lot of pizza. Unless it's cannonball a
bar.
shitload of weed and then eating a lot of pizza.
Now,
It'd be great
me
to
being
feature in the
a bit older than either one of you, like, because like I guess Steve would have been like the closest to me then. Other than Ninja Turtle, did you grow up with like obviously the G.I. Joes and Transformers, but the other ones like like Jason the Wheeled Warriors or the Herculoids or the the a bunch of the other weird
Didn't
80s cartoons that were like Silverhawks or
Didn't get G.I. Joe over here. Did get Jason and the Wheeled Warriors.
Jason the Wheeled Warriors was a good one. Great theme song to this day.
Here's a wild one.
great
Did you
people.
guys have either Wish Kid, the story about a kid who has a magic star that lands in his glove and grants wishes, or the more insane one that I had to look up on the internet to make sure I hadn't hallucinated, Hammer Man, the MC Hammer superhero.
MC Hammer
cartoon.
And his
Yes.
shoes talk to him.
Yeah,
I am aware of this. Yes.
The man talking to his shoe.
Oh yeah, the intro is really. If you after this go look up the intro to Hammerman, it's on YouTube and it tells you the entire thesis of the plot.
That's what a good opening cinematic cartoon did, or its opening theme song did. It lets you know what's going on and why it's going on.
I will agree that good theme songs also did that, but Hammerman did too.
Was the opening line just like, I needed some money to pay for my tax?
I mean,
like that.
I can tell you the chorus is Hammerman, 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 and it sounds like
Hey,
I'm doing a terrible job singing that beat, but that's a pretty accurate representation.
Well, I also remember Mr. T had a cartoon on his own. Where
Oh
he was
yeah. That wasn't so
him and his
shocking.
gymnastic-
He was an action character. He was not MC Hammer.
But he was not a gymnast.
Yeah.
Nor did he hang out with a bunch of like underage gymnast kids and taught them how to fight crime.
It would be the
He did not do
equivalent
that in real life.
of like NSYNC having a action cartoon in the 2000s. Like not an
I'm sure they
impossible
probably-
thing, but like
They
be
probably
like, why
did.
was this the brand move?
No, I
reckon,
nothing.
Google it now, NSYNC had a cartoon series.
I liked Turbo Teen. That was another one of those dumb ones from our childhood.
Oh, if we're gonna talk
The
about
kid who would
dumb
turn into a
cartoons,
car.
how about the Globetrotters?
Yes, anytime the Globe, or when they were superheroes.
Yeah,
like the
yeah,
one guy
the cartoon ones. I mean, the actual Globetrotters were very cool. I wouldn't.
Oh yeah,
But the cartoon was a little ridiculous.
right. Well, here's the thing. There was the cartoon, but they also had like a subset cartoon where they turned into superheroes.
Yeah, that's the one I'm
And-
talking about.
Yes, because the one
I
guy's
didn't know
power
there was
was he
another
could
one.
Yeah, well, there was the Harlem Globetrotters cartoon. It's kind of like Fat Albert and the Cosby Kids cartoon. Then they would have a normal thing. Then we cut to the kind of like the Brown Hornet. They would cut to their superhero version, like the one guy who could reach into his afro and pull out anything.
Yeah,
That was his
they
power.
came from like Planet Basketball.
Yes.
Man, I made a Washington Generals reference the other day, and I can't remember who the person just stared at me like I was crazy.
Beat this for cynical. I can't remember it, but I can't remember the name of the cartoon. You used to get these stationary things like sellotape dispensers, staplers that were in the shapes of little dinosaurs. And they were a fad for a little while. And they made a cartoon about that. Dinosaur Stationary Adventures.
There was a lot of coke in the 90s and 80s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People forget that.
A lot of people who just like partied way too hard at a weekend, and now they got a deadline.
Oh, that was a
They're just
good
sitting there
time
looking
for an
at
everybody
office
pizza.
stationery.
It was. Thank you, Drew.
Oh, I was in
Sitting
the
there
red
looking at
too.
a stapler.
I want to cut down the disco ball. Just a personal thing. Are we gonna fight Shredder already? No.
We fighting Zombie?
Sure
Who's
then.
this?
I don't remember. I'm pretty sure this. So, this whole thing is treated like a continuation of the cartoon. So I'm
Okay.
assuming someone from the cartoon.
I don't recall this one from the cartoon.
Ah, I hate this stupid Dodge Ultra. I do it by accident sometimes.
Wait,
Is that Razor?
Yes.
No, is it?
Yeah.
Oh. I
Well-
thought Razors, they just didn't want to pay somebody to actually be Bebop and Rocksteady. So.
Oh, they did, but I mean,
Yeah.
this cartoon is kind of paying tribute to all the generations.
It was
stuff.
Razor the Turtle. He was whoever Razor's friend was.
Toka
Toka
and
and
Razor.
Razor. That's the one.
I think it's Toka and Razor. I mean, oh wow, we piled on the damage that time.
We all we all
There,
hear
yeah,
what's
because
See,
there's
there's
Toka.
Razor.
Yeah, I knew we got both of them eventually.
They're babies. Yeah.
So, fun fact: every time one of my friends announces that they're pregnant, I will usually text them the GIF of Shredder running out screaming, "Babies!" Yes. I'm sure the gag hasn't worn thin by now.
It never will.
It never will. Woo! Most enemies thrown. I don't even know how to throw enemies. Uh-oh. It's WWE Krang.
Yeah. There was a cartoon, comic, everything from that era that I really actually enjoyed. It was like the tail end of my childhood before I couldn't stop watching cartoons publicly. It was The Visionaries. I don't know if you ever knew of that one. It was a world where basically the thing goes off and all technology ends and it's the re-rise of magic. So they're building it was all knights and magic and poems and weird hologram. It was back when the toys had those weird hologram things going on.
Yeah. Visionaries were cool, very cool.
Yeah.
Figures, but the supernaturals were much cooler. They didn't get.
Oh my God, you were wrong on every level, sir.
Well, every level, Gibby.
Every level.
About
Fundamentally just wrong. Well, one, you're
fucking visionary. Calm down,
I don't
man.
talk to that. But no, it was I don't know which ones you were talking about, but their entire front was just one big hologram. At least the Visionaries, they were still opposable action figure type thing that could do action figure-y things. The other guys just stood there and were holograms.
Yeah, but it was spooky.
Well, I guess you win the spooky round. I guess, whatever.
It's his own genre.
I got flat. I don't know how to answer that.
You can't deny it. It was spooky.
No, they ended up at the discount bin very quickly. Visionaries, I mean, they had a cartoon, they had a comic book, they had a cool toy line.
The Visionaries body.
Mikey, you should
Yeah,
It didn't frighten me.
Well, they weren't supposed to frighten you. They were Arthurian knights built off the remnants of the old world,
And they didn't, ooze or have visible bones.
Okay.
And I got to mark them down for that.
Well, no, they did not have visible holographic bones. I'm sorry.
Oh man. So on the subject of weird topics for cartoons,
Yes.
the Toxic Crusader getting a cartoon, knowing the content of that actual movie, is insane.
RoboCop.
Yeah.
RoboCop getting a cartoon based off of
And
the
Rambo.
murder spree of RoboCop.
All right.
Yes.
Wait for the Infinity Pizza.
I watched Rambo when I was a very young kid. I remember the cartoons. Like, oh man, I wonder if he's just
I
going to go
watched the
berserk
Toxic
and murder this
Crusader.
entire village. Oh wow, cartoon! I wonder how many sex jokes are going to be in this.
It was a gratis Infinity Pizza now, or
Yeah, you can growly now. I was waiting for there were people here. Non-stop ninja power.
I really want pizza now.
That
People
is
aren't so
the
fat.
side effect of playing this game.
not. I want to go out and just beat up people in pajamas.
No, I'm old.
I need to go work out.
Yeah.
I need to start my journalistic integrity. I need to go start a blog.
Oh crap. Sorry, I was trying to charge a
No,
guy.
it's okay. You're fine. Most of us are barely hurt, so we're cool.
Well, these ones actually know how to fight. Killed him.
It's almost like swords are a better weapon than, not swords.
Whatever they have lying around.
Yeah.
I do appreciate that the entire clan's sort of battle plan.
Whoa.
You guys,
just tried to,
wait here just in case.
Fear me from behind. Yeah, these guys are just hanging out, not getting involved.
Yeah.
Oh shit! I
We
fell
don't
off the
have
edge.
to just stay here.
Yeah, don't fall
Wait.
off the edge. There's a big hole right there in the middle. You will die.
I guess you just murdered that guy then.
Yeah, chat points out they also used to have Terminator and Alien toys aimed at young kids, but they were cool.
They were cool.
There
And
was
that's
some
what
toy
matters
back
the
in day
most.
that were Also, Dino Riders. That was one that was okay, let's get little guys from aliens from another world who came to Earth in 65 million BC, and they rode dinosaurs and had battles, and it was cool.
That was a great, action figure concept as well. Who doesn't want that?
The Mighty Ducks cartoon, that was an interesting turn they took. Like, what if it didn't involve hockey players or kids, or I guess it did involve hockey players. What it involved actual ducks.
See, that was where
guy.
I'm glad my generation took a step away, because like when I was again, I'll be old man Gibby for a second. When I was a kid, our stories were about usually like action, combat, the team X versus team Y, and good guys versus bad guys, and then right around like 1994, where it's like, let's make it cute. Let's get rid of all this 80s aggro and all this Gen X. Let's make it cute. And there's a lot of cute cartoons, and I'm like, I'm glad I'm out. You people, you deserve to be punished.
I think one of the funniest dichotomies to me are were the Sonic cartoons of that era, because one of them could not have been stupider. Like, I mean, it was a cartoon. It was meant to be stupid and funny. I'm not trying to knock it on that point, but it was very cartoony. Like, that was it had like a chicken named, I think they called him Cucky, now that I remember. Or maybe it was Clucky, will be nice. I don't think that was quite as problematic a term in the time, but anyway, just this.
Well, it's like, eat my dust, cuck. You say it's cluck, yeah, whatever, cuck. See you hell.
There's this wing place near the base I used to, when I was in the Air Force, called Cluck You Chicken, and my God, there was some awesome like wings and deep fried chicken and cheese battered fries, and they got Cluck You Chicken. If you're still in operation, bless you.
Oh, but then the other Sonic cartoon was crazy intense and like serious. Like, Robotnik was kidnapping people and turning them into robots forcibly against their will, and then they were basically just enslaved robots. Sonic's uncle was one of those people who had been captured and like turned into a robot. Like, characters were at risk of death.
Yeah.
It was weirdly intense. Same voice
actor
though.
Sonic these days. Yeah, they're not okay, Sonic fans these days. There's something off with them. Something's happened to them.
Well, it's like that was my first foray into anime, which would be something like Robotech, which like broke my brain cartoon-wise, because growing up on Western cartoons the way I had, when I got into like this is like it wasn't Voltron, like in Robotech. Hey, remember this character you loved since the beginning? He's dead now. Like that was my first time dealing with that in like a cartoon format. Like, wait, what? They're the good guys. They don't die. Like Duke, like you killed Optimus Prime, but you brought him back. Duke only went to coma every third episode, but you never killed him.
I mean, they didn't bring Optimus Prime back in the movie. Let's be clear.
No, but like it was like
he
the next
very
season
dead
of the
for
show.
that, for the rest of that.
He died in '85. He came back in '86. Like it wasn't long.
It wasn't long, but to the children in that theater, it was a lifetime.
Yeah, I know. I was 11. I was or 10. 1985. I was 10. I was that kid. I'm like.
They had intended to kill Duke in the movie, but when the Transformers freaked a load of kids out, they went,
they wanted to kill Duke.
Right.
Yeah, maybe let's not do. Which is funny, because I doubt nearly as many people would have given a shit if Duke died. It's like, oh, we killed Duke. Okay.
Okay, cool.
Like, we killed your robot dad. Okay, that's devastating. And it's like, oh, we killed your robot second. Your older second cousin.
Yeah,
that's
your uncle. Like it's like he's kind of like the militant uncle that shows up at parties. Yeah.
He gets a little too drunk, a little too fast, and no one's entirely sad when he leaves.
And when he tells a joke, he looks left and right first. You know it's coming. So.
I was calling you champ, punching in the arm
Besides,
just a little bit too
Flint
hard.
was better. Yeah, he had a beret. He was cool.
Yeah, I think once you kind of that's the point where you hit anime at some point. You're like, well, now I can't watch normal cartoons anymore.
Yeah,
I've seen Devilman. There's no coming back.
Oh my God, Devilman! Like that Ninja Scroll broke me. Like this is how it's supposed to be.
Credit to USA Network of my youth for bringing a little bit of like anime to the 90s, because I remember they were showing like shit like Savage Dragon.
Yes. Oh yeah. When they did a lot of those image cartoons, they did it like in that kind of anime style a little bit.
Yeah. They had actual anime on there too, but Savage Dragon was just the one that popped back to my mind.
We had to go to like a specialist store to get.
What did they have? They had Ronin Warriors. That was the one that I was trying to remember.
Yes. Okay, the Ronin Warriors was dope. I'll give you that. Like anytime you got a team, they got like all their armors, different types of earth powers and stuff like that. Yeah. Like each one had like like what was it, like an inferno armor of fire or some dumb shit, or the water and the lightning, like that. I get into that. So
I definitely do not remember the bat character. Wingnut.
Wingnut.
Like,
Oh,
I watched
Wingnut.
this cartoon as a kid, and I definitely do not remember Wingnut the missile-shitting bat.
Oh well.
No, I remember the
now
action figure.
You're hurting all the Wingnut fans out there. You know.
Yeah, somewhere there's a guy in a Wingnut cosplay violently jerking off, who's just furious.
Fuck you, Drew Hayes. You don't know the greatest character in all of Turtle lore.
Just desperately scrolling YouTube
Jesus,
for
he's
Wingnut
everywhere you don't want
content.
him to be.
Yeah, that's right. Hit Wingnut harder.
Yeah.
Get
Oh,
Wingnut to
Ariel special
Hey,
text.
Hey,
Just
hey,
dropped the
cosplay guy,
camera.
see what happened there? Wingnut down like a chump, like a punk ass bitch.
I love that they
That's
gave
who
him
he
a
is.
voice exactly like you would expect for that character. Oh no, my wings!
My wing and my nuts.
Oh god, that would have been funnier. Alright, I think this is going to be our last level. What do you think of this one, Gibby? This is one Steve and I have played before.
This is some good dumb fun, sir. Yeah,
It's a fun-ass game.
I've not played some side-scrolling beat-em-ups in a long time, and I appreciate the nostalgia.
This is a nice button mash, yeah. You can play it well, or you can just do what I do and mash the buttons.
Alright, Crisis at Coney Island. We're going to the beach.
Is that an alligator in a cowboy hat? I hope so.
It's a waste if it isn't. Yeah, look at that. Lay there, Wingnut, and die. Are they shooting blunderbusses or are those suction cups?
Suction cups, I think.
Okay.
I don't think the
Hey, look
Foot
at-
Clan
oh.
have quite gotten that intense. Although I don't know how many robots we have to kill before they bring a gun to this fight.
I mean, they were doing like crossbows.
Maybe in this universe, robots are just cheaper than guns. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe like there's like an Asimov law at play with these robots that Shredder's just having to circumvent. No, it's not a weapon. It's a plunger. No,
Okay.
it's not a
Someone who
weapon. It's a
knows the lore better than I do.
spear. A
Who
pointy
the fuck
stick.
is Rasputin, and why do we keep finding him?
I think we
Why
found
isn't he
several
killing
of
him?
these. Oh, the frogs are the Ursats, like Ninja Turtles,
Right.
and so they're named after, I guess. But I think they exist in
Murderous dictators?
world. Like, I love that we're all just like, no, all right, enough of that.
No. You just one can fight. I'm using a special move.
It's like too many. Oh, I was just trying to hit a trash can, man. I love when they just all leap into the middle.
Yes. Yes, please come into my AoE damage attack range.
Give us the torso.
Oh crap. I love the spinnies.
Come right up, come right up. See the Foot Clan.
I love that there's a Foot Clan member, and I'm only like mildly more sure I'm gonna get cheated at that particular one. Honestly, the Foot Clan might give better odds.
Again, I appreciate their commitment to the bit.
Oh no, he was a secret Foot member the whole time.
Where did
By
he
his
come
big
from?
mustache.
They are Clark Kenting it pretty hard.
Yeah.
I respect that.
Again, we all do it. Oh shit, we should have saved it for these plunger dudes.
Nah, plunger guys aren't bad. The most annoying ones are the spears and the shield guys.
Yeah, or the ones that go the big, like the Morning Stars.
Oh yeah, well you can dodge into their range pretty easy. I can never get the range right for the shield guy or for the spear guys though.
The above a balloon.
Beat the little thing down here, the pressure thing. The pump. Beat the pump.
We did it. We
Say
killed
that,
them all.
frogs. Wait, those weren't balloons.
Exactly. Like, friend of the podcast and artist Sandy Butcher, she's got a fascination with the other knockoff, the Biker Mice from Mars. That's her. I admit I never watched that one as a kid. I felt even a little too generic for me. So I mock her furiously for it.
I don't know, they were pretty cool. They never seemed to do anything. I don't think I could remember figuring out what their deal was. They were
I think
cool,
they were
but they
Biker
just seemed to be...
from Mars.
Yeah, but that's fine. But, you know, I'm a human middle-aged guy. I still got a job, you know? I never worked out what they did.
I like to think that because it's like, this is from our childhood, so you were a human middle-aged guy, even back then, you know? Dude,
Man,
bro,
he is
hold
just-
still.
I love that it looks like we just keep knocking April on her ass.
You just gotta wait for, basically just play whack-a-mole, wait for him to come into your AoE. April, grab that pizza.
Bucky O'Hare. That was dumb.
Oh, yeah, that was a...
Oh yeah, Bucky O'Hare, yeah.
I always got a feeling that Bucky O'Hare
And
was
little
left over from an action franchise, and they're like, well, what do we do with this Green Rabbit?
make a cartoon. I don't know why that person
Yeah,
was
it's-
Italian, but I guess...
I don't know why he turned to Mario all of a sudden. Yeah.
Yeah. Mario's just running shit. All right, everybody. I think that is the time we have for Brodeo today. We could probably keep this one going for another time. Hopefully y'all have enjoyed it. We certainly have, but we will see y'all next time on Adventure Brodeo. Until then, bye.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.